So my name is Zainab Gilani. I'm an energy and a power associate, and I've been researching topics within long duration energy storage. So long duration energy storage are essentially solutions that can store energy produced by renewables. So essentially, we're typically looking at that over 10-hour mark. And essentially, these can be broken down into three main types. These include technologies like mechanical energy storage, thermal energy storage, and electrochemical storage. So mechanical storage typically uses things like gravity, pumps, hydraulic systems to store energy that way. And this can replace traditional things like pumped hydro and can be geography agnostic. Thermal energy storage can really target those industrial applications by using cheaper materials and chemicals, and these can be heated up to around 1,000 degrees Celsius. And those are really, really helpful for those specific industrial applications and things like manufacturing. And then electrochemical storage is essentially almost like pumped hydro in a box. These are typically batteries where you really store charged particles on one side. And that's how you're able to store energy from renewables. And this is typically used when you see lithium ion batteries and battery energy storage solutions that are used for utilities to store energy from solar and wind. The biggest problem with long duration energy storage is that the most popular solutions currently are pumped hydro and lithium ion batteries. And so for lithium ion batteries, it really comes down to cost when you scale over 10 hours. So understanding which companies and which technologies have the cheapest solutions will be really important, especially when you're going to be needing to evaluate technologies based on levelized cost of storage. So when we're thinking about what's happening in the next 2 to 5 years, it's really important to understand how these companies are coming down the cost curve. And what Cleantech Group is going to do is really try to understand what milestones they're hitting, what their partnerships are, and how they really plan to compete with the other technologies in this space so that we can understand how the market will consolidate over time. So there's been quite a few investments across categories, but I think especially in electrochemical batteries, there have been a few interesting investments in things like flow batteries, with a large investment going into Dalian Ronca in China. That's a vanadium flow battery developer. There's been investments in companies like Antora Energy, and there's also been investments in various mechanical storage companies as well. So essentially what will be really interesting is to see how lithium ion batteries come down the cost curve and where different electrochemical and flow batteries can play a role as well. So when you think of like different innovation models, there are things like electrolyte leasing that vanadium flow battery developers are doing, where they can potentially remove some of those electrolyte costs that get passed on to the customer. And if they're able to do that, it'll be really interesting to see where they play in this space, especially as lithium ion batteries also take a wider market share within the long duration energy storage space.